What is up, you guys? It is Dylan back again with another video from Carnage Outdoors. And yes, you read that title correctly. We really did catch 200 lobster in one day. We were able to do that because we were commercially diving. Let me show you guys how we did it. I'll see you guys underwater. Got tons of cool footage for you, so check it out. So welcome back underwater, everybody. This was pretty much as soon as we jumped in the water, and this is when I knew it was going to be a good day. So found this rock, pretty much jumped right on top of it, and there was like 6 lobster in it right away. Unfortunately, they were all too small, but still it was a good sign for the rest of the day, and it was good to see them. Really had no trouble catching these ones, just kind of got the looper behind all of them. They were pretty easy ones to catch. They were all pretty close to legal, but once I caught like 3 or 4 of them, and I knew the rest of them were going to be small, because I always catch the biggest ones first. And yeah, here you can see there's 2 more right there, and I'm just going to catch this last one, and then after I catch this one, I know the rest of them are short, so I'm going to move on after this, but still a pretty good sign for the rest of the day. So this is the first legal lobster of the day, and as you can see, he was kind of just standing on the outside of that ledge. Pretty easy one to catch and pretty nice size. He was big enough that I knew I didn't have to measure him, and had a little trouble getting him in the bag, but got him in there eventually, and got a few friends with him right after this. So I found this one a little bit further down that same ledge that I caught the other one on, and it was another nice legal one. This one I had to measure just to make sure, but he was good, and I added him to the bag. So here's another nice legal lobster that I found, a nice easy one to catch, and that's what we look for, is the easy ones that you can just catch them really efficiently, catch them, move on, catch another one, move on. And this is a nice big one that I don't think I had to measure. He was clearly legal, and I added him with his friends. This one here was not as efficient as that last one. He gave me a little bit of trouble. He's a little jumpy. Anytime he touched the end of the looper, he kind of took off a little bit, so I had to chase him down, which is what I'm doing right here, but eventually I'm able to catch up to him. He's not going too far, so I just leave the looper just on the bottom so he can walk right into it, and I am able to catch him. And gonna measure him right now, just make sure he's good, which he is, and I add him to the bag. So here we have another one in a sand hole. Usually the ones in the sand holes are very easy to catch, and this one was no exception. He slipped out of the looper there. Must have not been holding it tight enough, but with these loopers it's super quick. There's no lock on them, so you can just open it back up, catch them right away, just like I did here. If you're interested in buying these loopers, I have them available for purchase if you are interested. That you can just send a message to my Instagram, carnage.outdoors, and I'll make it personally for you. If you want it longer, if you want it shorter, just tell me whatever you want, and I'll make it just like that for you. Custom made everything. So send a message, and I will make it for you. Here I had 2 more lobsters. That first one was a short. The second one is moved off to the left a little bit there, but I'm gonna get him right here. And I get him, and as you can see here, those loopers are super good, easy to get them off. For these ones, I like them a lot more because the cable is thicker, so they don't kink. But yeah, right here, another keeper. Throw them in the bag. Moving on. So as you can see here, there's just lobster everywhere. Right after I found those last 2, I swim over, find these ones, and what happened was there was Hurricane Milton came through. I believe it was like middle of October, or actually beginning of October, and this was about a few days after that, when we got a little break in the wind. And after these like storms, hurricanes, just strong winter storms, are just strong wind for a few days, it really stirs things up, and the lobster move around a lot. So a lot of the lobsters, I think, from the Keys will walk up to our area, and a lot of the lobster that are out in like the deeper water will walk into the shallower stuff like this. So it really makes the diving really good. So that's how we were able to catch so many. just everywhere. We ended up catching like 200 lobster, which is insane. I've only ever caught more than that one time. The commercial limit is 250. So we were, right there. Maybe one more dive and we would have got it, but we were pretty tired, so we wanted to go home. That one there is another nice big one. Got him in the bag with his friends. And this is a really cool clip right here. Little baby lobster. I rarely see these things out here. Usually the ones I see are legal or just barely short, but that was pretty cool to see. And then again, another lobster right here. They're everywhere. Add him to the bag. And I think there's one more under here, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, looks like he's right there. And it looks like another nice big one. So I'm gonna catch him and get him in the bag. And this is why I like those loopers so much. Just so efficient. So if you're interested, just send a message to my DM and I'll make them for you. So here's another easy one in a sand hole here, and this is really what we're looking for. 20 seconds to get him from his hole into the bag. Super efficient, and that's how we're able to catch so many lobster in a day. Gonna measure him up, make sure he's good, and in the bag he goes. So here's another nice rock with 2 lobster under it, and again, this is what we're looking for. Super efficient, super easy ones to catch. This one's no exception. Got him, gonna measure him up, and that's what we're looking for. 35 seconds to catch 2 lobster. Measure them, get them in the bag. Super efficient, so we like to see. Gonna catch a second one and make sure he's legal too, which he looks like he is. But always good to make sure you're following the rules. So here's 2 more lobster, and as you can see, they look like nice ones. And this is going to be a lesson for me and for you guys. So I caught the first one, no problems, but you saw that second one slid into that little sand hole there. And in my head, I'm thinking that there's no room for anything else besides him. And usually in these sand holes, there's not. But unfortunately, there was. So I reach my hand in here, and you'll see I jolt my hand back, and what happened was I got spined by an urchin, and right now there's like 3 spines in my finger. It didn't stop me from diving the rest of the day, but it definitely didn't tickle, and I had to dig them out when I got home. But definitely don't want to be sticking your hands in holes unless you know for sure there's nothing else in there. So here we start to get into the really good stuff. This is one of those rocks that you find that you're just like, see so many lobster under. It's hard to see it right now. You can kind of just see that one at the top of the screen. It's hard to get the right angle with the camera on top of my head, but it is what it is. You'll see it a little bit later in the clip, how many there are in there. But spook this one off to the left, get him out in the open, make it a little easier for myself, and catch him up. You see how full my bag is already, and that's something I don't really show a whole lot, is how often I'm passing bags up to the boat and get a new bag down. This bag that I'm using is a little bit bigger. It holds about, and there you can see all the lobster right there. But this bag holds about 18 lobster. If I really stuff them in there, I think I can get maybe 20. Some of the smaller bags hold about 14 to 15, but right now I probably have like 15 or so in that bag, and I got room for just a couple more, which I'm gonna stuff in there from this spot. But as you can see, there's a whole bunch of antennas sticking out there. There's more over here, and just trying to pick out the one that'll be the easiest to get without spooking the other ones back further into it. So I'm just kind of laying down on the bottom there and gonna get it around this one's tail and pull him out quick so he doesn't bump into the other ones, and see how efficient those loopers are. Just get them, put them in your hands, and you're able to measure them. But that one was short, so I let him go. But there's still tons of lobster under here, and that one looks a little bit bigger, so I'm going for him. And he kind of walked out after I caught that last one, but he came off the looper. But he went over here, which gave me an opportunity to spook him back to the other side and have a swing at him again. Rich right here, I have got him up a little bit into the left side, so I'm able to get it around him and catch him up. This one looks easily legal. I don't even think I'm gonna have to measure him. which I still do measure him, but easily legal. Add him to the bag. Gotta really shove him in there to get them all to fit. Looking back under, there's still a couple more in here. And this one is my next target. So I'm gonna push him over to the left a little bit, give myself a little easier time catching him, which I do right here. And he keeps walking, and he's walking kind of towards me, which makes it a little bit difficult because I gotta slide the looper like under my belly a little bit and do it under there, but still able to do it. This one's short, so I let him go. And I still believe there's a couple more left in here. I think the last one that was left in here, I didn't video myself catching him because he was a difficult one. I knew it was going to be tough. So here I'm going to look at the other side, see if there's a better angle to get them from. You can see his antenna right there, so I'm going to try to poke him a little bit, move him just a little bit, give myself an easier time, which I do right here. You can see the looper, I have it in the other hole, and I'm poking him through that one. And here I'm going to poke him again, and I believe he moved out to a pretty easy place to get him. Yeah, you can see his tail's really exposed right there. So I'm going to slide it right behind him. He's kind of jumpy, but yeah, he's really jumpy. But I'm able to get him right there, get my hand on him. This one's definitely a measure one. I don't know if he's going to be legal or not. And it looks like he's going to be... Oop, slipped a little bit there. But yeah, he's a little short, so let him go. And another, right after I found that spot, here's another rock just loaded with them. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I think there was more. Easy ones to catch. There's another one right there on the right, so 6 at least. And this just shows like how awesome of a day it is, lobster just all over the place. Most of them big ones that we caught, which is pretty cool to see. You'll see even later I catch like probably the biggest lobster I've ever caught in this area or close to it. But right now I'm just trying to pick off the ones that are easiest in this little hole. Every time you catch one in a rock like this, they all kind of push back, so you want to just catch the one that is like out in the front the most so it doesn't spook the other ones. And just another, looks like a nice keeper here. Gonna measure him though. Yep, another keeper. And you see my bag is not as full as it was before because I passed it up to the boat, got a new bag. But yeah, here's another. You can see him kind of in the middle of the screen there. Got a little foggy from catching that last one, but still going after him. I knew that one was short as soon as I got him in my hand. I kind of can feel it now, like if one's going to be legal or not. Once I get him in my hands, and that one I knew he was short, but I wanted to get him out of the way just so he wasn't causing trouble with the last one, which I'm able to get right here. Another nice big one, and move on to the next spot. So here we have another nice one in this little sand hole here, and I don't know if you can really see it, but there's a little baby lobster right in front of him, which is another one I never see these things out there, so really cool. Just gonna measure and make sure he's good, and add him to the bag. And then I tried to show you guys the other little baby. He's not playing with me like the last one was, but he was even smaller than the other one. But pretty cool stuff. So this one here I think is the biggest lobster that I've ever caught out here. As you can see, I swung and missed at him once, but I was able to get him there. And this thing was just big. He's probably, I don't know, 3 or 4 pound lobster, which is really big for our area, but pretty cool stuff. Trying to show you guys with my hands how big he really is, but it's a nice big one. Add him to the bag. So here we have 2 more lobster in this little rock here. Able to catch the first one really easily. I'm going to measure him up, make sure he's good, and it looks like he is. So I add him to the bag. That bag's filling up pretty quickly too. And then I have this other one right here. Going to make it a little easier for myself and make him walk out a little bit, expose his tail. Just right here, I'm able to get it around. Oh, nope, not right there, but right here I'm able to get it around his tail. Catch him up. This one looks a little bit smaller, so Gonna measure him, make sure he's good, but after measuring him, I saw he's just a hair short, but let him go and let him grow. So this here is the one fish of the day that I got, and you'll see a little trick that I have right here. So I track this grouper down and he's pointed right towards me, and watch right here. I point my gun off to the left, it makes him turn his head, and bang. So you get that angle. So this is something I kind of learned on my own, but when you point the gun off to like one side, it makes them focus on that tip of the gun, and then you point it back and get a little bit better of an angle for shooting him, which is what I did with this one. Added him to the bag, and that was the one fish of the day that we got. It was like a 23-inch red grouper, I think. There, I'm bleeding them out. But yeah, nice little fish to add to the bag. Here I'm showing him off, but push that spear right back through him and throw him in. Just finished the second dive. 95 of them. Doing pretty good right now. It's only like 11 o'clock. See how many we get. So here's the start of the next dive, and as you can see, there's a couple nice lobster in here, and me and my dive buddy are working together on this one. If you watch the whole video, you will not count that I caught 200 lobster, because I didn't personally. There was 2 of us underwater the whole time, and we're working together. Probably both caught about 100. Don't know exactly how many I caught, how many he caught, but it's probably pretty close to the same. But yeah, here we're working together, catch them as fast as possible. Also, I'm not going to even show you guys 100 because the video would probably be like 40 minutes long. Don't want to bore you guys out. I'm only kind of showing you guys the highlights. Caught a bunch of lobster that I didn't even film, but showing you guys the best ones, coolest ones, which this is a pretty cool one of us working together to achieve that common goal of catching them as fast as possible. That one's a little bit spooky. Just trying to use my bag to hide, but catch him right there. Gonna measure him, make sure he's good. I believe this one might have been a short, but let's see right here. Yep, just a little bit short, so I let him go. Don't want to let him go into the same hole, because then it'll make it possible to catch him twice, which we don't want to do. But here I'm poking this one out to the other side, just putting that looper in there, pushing him, trying to make it easier for us to catch him. And he's not wanting to budge too much, but right here I'm able to walk him out, and about to take a swing at him, and he's making it tough for me. He's using those antennas to block the looper, but trying to get the right angle, and then my dive buddy comes in, catches him right there, and makes it easier for both of us. Here's another nice easy one. He's kind of sitting there in that little hole. Touch him the wrong way and he kind of shoots up on top of the rock there, but still making it easy on me. And there I catch him up. Don't even need to measure him. He's easily legal, so throw him in the bag. Moving on. So this one here made it a little easy for me. He's kind of just standing up on the top of the rock, so I was able to catch him quick. Looks like a nice one. Don't even need to measure him. Throw him in the bag. And that bag's starting to get full too. And then there's another one on the bottom of the rock, hiding under there. Looks like another really nice one. So catch him up right there. Another one, I don't even think I need to measure him. He looks pretty big. So throw him in the bag and move on to the next. So here I caught that first one really quickly. It's kind of out in the open. Another really nice size one. Add him to the bag, no need to measure him. He's clearly legal. And then here I'm going to go for his friend who's hiding under the rock here. You can see him right in the middle of the screen there, tucked away. So I'm gonna try and push him out to the side, get him a little easier to catch. There, I got him a little bit more exposed. Get the looper around him and pull him out. Another nice, easily legal one. So throw him in the bag and move on to the next group of lobster. So here we have a couple more lobster in this little ledge here. But if you guys have made it to this part of the video, I appreciate you guys watching, and hit that like and subscribe button. I'm getting close to the end of the video here. Still got a couple more lobster to catch, but you know, at this point it's getting late in the day. caught probably at this point of the video 180 lobster. So I think it was about 3 o'clock here. Probably dove until 4. So got these nice 2 lobster and added them to our bag to keep it going. But here's the last little clip of the day, and thank you guys for watching so much. We'll see you guys on the surface in just a second here. These are the last couple lobster that we caught this day. Super tired by this point. Dove for about 8 or 9 hours, but I will see you guys up on the surface, and thank you guys for watching. Almost filled up a 100-gallon live well. We got 200 lobster today. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.